Hello, this is Venn diagram lesson 1. In this, I will discuss the set theory. Set, what is a set? Set is a well-defined collection of objects or elements. For example, set A you can see here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. There are 5 elements in this set. This is one of the way of writing the set. Another way of writing this set is like this. You can write this set A is equals to, apply the bracket, x. You can represent this set by a variable x such that x is a positive natural number less than equals to 5. You can write like this. This x is a positive natural number less than equals to 5. It automatically means that what will be the positive natural number less than 5 or equals to 5. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Another example I am taking, let's say you set write B the set as like this. This is, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12 and 24. This is set B. Again, by definition of set, it is true. It satisfies the definition of set. Set is a collection of elements. They are well defined and they are separated by comma. Now, how we can write the B set in the language form? You can write B set as a x, where x is a factor of 24. X is a factor of number 24. Now you can see that factor of 24 include 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12 and 24. All are the factor of 24. So it means that we can write the set either in numerical form. We have to write the element separated by comma, or you can write the set in a language form where you have to define what actually your number represents. So these are the two ways of writing a set. Now we will discuss the types of set. What is an empty set? As the name suggests empty set, it means that this set does not have any element. It means that you can write like this, without any element. You can see that this is a null set also, not just empty set. This empty or null set is the same thing. Or you can represent this as a phi. Phi, this is phi, phi phi, this pronounced as phi phi. This is also meaning of a null set. So either you can represent by empty brackets or you can represent by phi, the null set or empty set. Finite set, as the name suggests, no need to cram. It means the number of elements are finite. For example, if I say that set C is equals to your 1, 2, 5, this is a finite set with 3 elements. Number of elements are just 3. Infinite set, it means that if I write set like this, set A is equals to set of natural numbers. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to infinity. This is a set of first infinite natural numbers. You can see that first natural numbers. You can represent this in language form where x is a natural number. You can represent this set A as with variable x, where x is a natural number. Now how many natural numbers we have? We have infinite natural number. So this set, that is a set of natural number, will be of infinite set. It means that if there are infinite elements, that will be called as infinite set. Now equal sets, what it means, if I say that A is equals to 2, 3, 4 and B is equals to, if I say that this is 2, 3, 4, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2. Now are they set equal? Yes, they are equal set. Equal set means that the set must have the same equal elements, same number of elements. Element should be same, number should be same, as well as their value should be same. So you can see that A set have 2, 3 and 4, 3 numbers. B set, again, if you write a number so many times in a set, does not matter. It actually means that B is also 2, 3 and 4. Very, very important concept. This and this thing is same. 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2. It's same as 2, 3, 4. If you write any number n number of times in a set, it does not make a sense. Set will only count the 3 numbers are there. So it means that B set is only 2, 3, 4. Let me give another example. For example, if I say C set is equals to 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2. It automatically means that C set is equals to 1 and 2. If you write a same element n number of times, does not make a difference. C set is only 1 and 2. So very important, set only count a particular element once. A particular number is counted only once. So you can see that set A has 2, 3 and 4, 3 numbers. Set B has also 3 numbers, 2, 3 and 4. So you can say that these two are equal sets. Next is, what is a subset? Subset is a part of set. A part of set will be called as subset. The set is the simplest definition. For example, if I say that A is set, my set is equals to 1, 2 and 3. This is my set 1, 2 and 3. 3 elements. Now how many subsets it will have? First subset would be 5, or you can say that null set. So very important first concept, null set or empty set is a subset of every set. Null set or empty set is a subset of every set. Now 1 is also a part of this 1, 2, 3. Yes, this is also a subset. 2 is also a subset. Only element 3 is also a subset. 1 and 2, 2 elements. This is also a part of the bigger set 1, 2 and 3. 1, 3, this is also a part of bigger set 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, this is also a part of bigger set 1, 2, 3. And very important last one, 1, 2, 3 is also a part of 1, 2, 3. From here you can say that every set is a subset of itself. Every set is a subset of itself. This is A. It means that this is also a subset of the bigger set A. So how many subsets we have? You can count this. If you count this, it will come 8. So we can generalize, if set A has n elements, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on, n elements up to n. If a set has n elements, total number of subsets, total subsets of that sets would be, total subset means including the set itself and an empty set and so many subsets. Total subsets of A, total subset of A would be how much? 2 raised to the power n. Straight away you can count total subsets of A would be 2 raised to the power n. In our case you can see that n has 3 elements. N has 3 elements. So total number of subsets would be how much? Subsets would be how much total number? This is 2 raised to the power 3. That is 8. And we have made all the 8 subsets. So that is means very important concept. If a set has n elements, total number of subsets would be 2 raised to the power n. And this include your empty set as well as the subset itself. Now next is a power set. The simple definition, power set. Now power set means that the collection of all subsets of a set is called as power set. For example, this set, if I write now this set in a bigger bracket, brown color, this is a power set of A. This is a power set of A. It may include all the subsets of A. So very simple definition, power set means collection of all subsets of a set. If you write all subsets of a set in a particular order or in a particular place separated by comma, and that will be called as power set. Next is very important. I have taken A set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 element. I have taken B set again 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 6 elements. Universal set you can define. Universal set simply means that it is a set that you can make which contain all the elements present in a given context or given question. So I can make universal set like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Universal set must contain all the elements in a given context. In this context or in this question, I have two sets A and B, which include total elements from 1 to 10. So my universal set must contain all the elements from 1 to 10. It can have extra elements. So I have taken one extra element, that is 11. You can take as many extra elements as you want. But basic definition of universal set says that it must include all the elements of given context or given situation of sets in this A and B. So 1 to 10 elements must be there. You can add extra. Now very important concepts, A union B. A U B, or you can say that A union B, or you can say that A or B, same thing. Either you can say the A union B, or you can say that A or B. What it means that? It means that you have to count all the elements that are present in A as well as or B set. So it means that 1, 2, 3, 4, all the elements of A as well as B. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have counted all the elements that are present in A or B set. Both of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It does not mean or we normally used to understand. It means that I have to count the A or I will count B. No, it means that A or B or A union B simply means that you have to count all the elements that are present in set A as well as set B. So 1 to 10 elements are there in both of the set. So that is the meaning of A union B. Counting of all the elements present in a given context. A intersection B. This is reverse of U. This is called as A intersection B. It means that A and B. It means that by common sense, it says that elements which are present in set A as well as in set B, common to both, or you can say common element. Common elements are 5 and 6. So very important, that's the meaning of A intersection B. Now you can represent these sets as well as universal set in a Venn diagram. Here I am introducing Venn diagram. This is used to represent the sets and universal sets. Now sets are represented by circles. Sets are represented by circles, and universal set is represented by rectangle. Universal set is represented by a rectangle. This is a universal set. It is represented by rectangle. Sets are represented by circle. Now this is set A, this is a set B. Now how many elements we have in set A? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. 5 and 6 are common, so I will write in common part of both. This is 7, 8, 9, 10. Now one extra element we have 11 in universal set, that we will write outside this. So that is a Venn diagram representation. Venn diagram simply means that you have to represent sets by circle and universal set by rectangle. Now A set include 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and B set include 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This common region must include the common elements. Now this common region is called as, this 5, 6, this common region is called as A intersection B. This is a common region. This is A intersection B. This include two elements 5 and 6. You can see that. This entire portion, this complete circles, both A and B, this complete circles, this one, this include A or B, or you can say that A union B. Or union are same thing. Both of the circles that you need to include, it will comes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All the elements 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. That will include all the elements. So it means that A intersection B was your common elements. A union B meant all the elements which are there in both of the circles. You need to count each element once. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That will be meaning of A union B, or you can say that A or B. Now if I say that A minus B, how I will represent A minus B? A minus B means that from A you have to subtract or remove the elements of B. Now I have A element, I'm just writing, I have A set like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is my A set. My B set was 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That was my B set. Now when I say A minus B, it means that from A you have to subtract all the elements of B. Or you can say that this is only A. If you subtract all the elements of B, you are left with only A. Now only A means, you can see that 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a part of only A. So I will left with 1, 2, 3, 4. That is the meaning of A minus B. So you can define A minus B in two ways. First of all, simple definition is that from A you have to subtract all the elements of B. Now A have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now 5, 6 are elements that are also there in B. So I will remove them. I will left with A minus B. or simply you can say that A minus B means only A. Only elements which are there in A are 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6 are common elements that are there in B also. So we won't count that. Only A means 1, 2, 3, 4. Same way B minus A. What is B minus A? B minus A simply means that from B you have to remove all the elements of A. Now B set we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Out of which 5 and 6 are also element of A. So we will remove them. So I am left with 7, 8, 9 and 10. This is the meaning of B minus A. Or you can see that B minus A simply means that only B. Only B. That is the what we are talking. So I am just representing this in a diagram. When I say only A, this is the part. This is the part of only A. This is only A. It means that 1, 2, 3, 4 will be there, and that will be part only B. This will be the part I am talking. This only B. Only B means 7, 8, 9 and 10. So only A, only B must be clear to you. Now there is a formula that is made, and very important formula. We say that number of elements in A union B. Number of elements in A union B will always be equal to number of elements of A plus number of elements of B minus number of elements in A intersection B, or you can say that A and B. Now number of elements in A union B, you can count that this was 10. Number of elements in A was 6. Number of elements in B was 6. Now common elements we have counted twice, because when I count number of elements in say A, 5 and 6 are there. Number of elements in B again 6, with 5 and 6 are also there. Now 5 and 6 we have counted twice, so we will minus them. Number of elements in A intersection B, this is 2. These are equal, you can see that. And A union B we have 10 elements, you can say check that. A we have 6 elements, B we have 6 elements, and common elements we have counted twice, so we will minus them. So this formula very important. Number of elements in A, this is N not M, this is N actually, don't mistake it, this is actually a N not M. Number of elements in A union B will always be equal to number of elements in A plus number of elements in B minus number of elements in A intersection B. Next is complement of set A. If set A is 1, 2, 3, 4 and universal set I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now A's complement set would be represented as A dash, where A dash means not A. A complement means that the elements which are not there in A. So you can see that how many elements are there which are not in A. So you have to take U minus A. Not A means that we have to remove A from the universal set. So U minus A would be, it means that what is the meaning of U minus A? From U you have to remove all the elements of A. It means that from U remove all elements of A. That is the meaning of U minus A. So A universal set have 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you remove all the elements of it, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, you will left with 5, 6, 7 and 8. That is the meaning of A complement. It means that A complement means that elements which are not there in set A. Here I am in the diagram. A set is represented by circle 1, 2, 3, 4. Universal set is there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Now A dash or complement of A is represented by orange part. Orange part means that number of elements which are not there in A. A complement, it means that number of elements which are not there in A, not A. It means that you have to subtract all the elements of A from universal set. So it means that A complement means orange part. That means 5, 6, 7, 8. These are the elements 5, 6, 7, 8 which are not there in A. So that is the meaning of complement of A. So that was all about the basics of sets. In next lesson I will continue with more on Venn diagram. Thank you.